Eventually, the American people will wake up and understand that it's not one side against the other, but that it's all of us together against the one thing that is trying to enslave us and trying to separate us and keep us apart. We are all Americans and we are all in this together. And as soon as we realize that as one nation, the better off we'll be.
Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. As many of you already know, this is a condensed version of yesterday's live stream. I am going to answer a few questions that I missed in the chats, which will be followed by the highlights of the live stream. When the video starts, you will notice that I sped up the video a bit because I have a tendency to talk a bit slow. However, if you prefer the original version, you can always slow it down on your end. I wanted to start by saying hello to Big Wolf 45 as I did not notice you in the live stream last night, so thank you very much, brother, for joining in. In addition, I wanted to say thank you to Proverbs 31 for the blessing, as I truly appreciate any blessings and in any form that they may come. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with the first question from Nojo. Nojo asks, what is your opinion on the Arrow Garden? Well, Nojo, I think the Arrow Garden is great. Just don't expect it to feed you and your entire family. The reason I have an Arrow Garden and why I think it's great is because it provides me with fresh vegetables in the form of tomatoes and lettuce for the winter months. I also wanted to say hello to Nomadic Rat Pack. Nomadic Rat Pack said, I could not help but to stop in here and say hi after seeing you in the chats and subscribing to your channel recently. So welcome, Nomadic Rat Pack. Truly do appreciate you joining in last night, and welcome. Candace Cullen asked, AP, what would be your top 3 OTC meds to prep? Well, the first one, I would get some Mucinex. And the reason I would get Mucinex is because it already has a pain reliever in it. However, it is very good for whenever you get a cold. At least it's always been really good. It's always decongested my chest and just does a great job, in my opinion. Some of you may not agree with that, but through my experience, Mucinex does a great job. Second thing that I would get is I would get a bunch of antibiotic cream to have around. And then the third thing would be a good source of multivitamins. That way you can have a multivitamin every day in the case that maybe you're not getting all of the nutrition that you should be getting. Now, there are so many other over-the-counter medications that you can get that I'm sure that if we had our choice, we would probably get as many as possible, because the more the better. Not only can you use them for yourselves, but you can use them to barter. So thank you for the question, Candace. Copernicus Worm asked, did you put a link up for the iPad users? Copernicus, there is no way to get a link to the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. I tried it and I can't figure out a way to get an actual link. The only way that I believe that you can join the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club is by actually finding that join button, clicking on it, and then following the instructions. Lori A says, AP, we need to celebrate. You're one video away from 1,000 videos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this here should be my 1,000th video, if that's accurate. I still haven't looked to see how many videos I have up, but this should be my 1,000th video, and thank you very much, Lori A, for reminding me. That's pretty awesome. Disabled and prepping, I kept missing you last night. When I was watching the replay, I was like, man, I just ignored disabled and prepping for the entire night. So disabled and prepping asks, what do you think of a jewelry store that sells and buys silver that people buy? I'm not sure what you mean by off-wish, but there's no problem with a jewelry store buying or selling silver. They could be just as good as a coin shop. So if you only have a jewelry store in your area where you can buy and sell silver, and you can build a relationship with the people that run that store and get a fair price on the silver that you buy and or sell to them, I see nothing wrong with it. Jeff Gregory, ever seen any bears where you live, AP? We have not seen any bears here at all. The most that we see here is moose. We've seen some foxes, and we've also seen a wolf, an actual lone wolf, which is pretty cool, but haven't seen any bears here at all. Candace asks again, AP, how did you find the Coleman solar kit? If you mean the Coleman solar kit that I purchased from Costco's at an awesome price of $69.99, I reviewed that a while back. I found them at Costco's, and I think that it's an outstanding value for what I got in it. Now, someone emailed me a while back saying that the Coleman solar kit, the same one that I reviewed a while back, was on sale for $119. So I feel very lucky that I was able to pick up a few of those solar panel kits for just $70 a piece. Rosanna Joan asks, AP, how many oxygen absorbers should I use in my flower? It's stored in a 50-pound gamma vault. Well, Rosanna, if you have your flower stored in a 50-pound gamma vault, and that vault is completely sealable, meaning that once you put that lid on, that gamma lid on, it is completely sealed where no oxygen can get in or out, then what I would do is I would use at least 4,000 to 6,000 cc's of oxygen absorbers. So I would throw 3 2,000 cc oxygen absorbers in there. However, if you're going to be opening that lid every once in a while, there's no need to put any oxygen absorbers in there, because that would tell me that you're using that for your everyday needs. So just go ahead and leave any oxygen absorbers out, put a few bay leaves in there to keep any bugs from wanting to enter it, and then go ahead and use it as an everyday use. And to finish it off, Northern Girl Hobbies asks, what about sterling silver? Absolutely nothing wrong with sterling silver in my opinion. Sterling silver is just a word that is used to clarify or identify the percentage of silver that is used to make whatever is being made with it, be it a coin or silverware or jewelry. Whenever you see sterling silver, what that's telling you is that the silver content in that item is 92.5% silver. That's all that means. So what you do is you weigh whatever item it is, you multiply the weight by 0.925, and that's how much silver is in that item. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoy the show.
Is that Mr. Tom? Come on. Where are my moderators at? You guys keep letting Mr. Tom in the house. How you doing, Copernicus? How you doing? Good to see you all. Very nice to see every one of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well today. Let me start off by this. Ladies and gentlemen, when we wake up tomorrow, the sun will still come up. Okay? When we wake up tomorrow, the sun will still come up. The time to prepare is now. Don't let up on prepping. I'm telling you, I'm not a prophet. Okay? Hey, how you doing, Raptor? I am not a prophet, but I'm telling you that things are going to get better for a while. When you see that things get a little bit better for a while, take that time to prep. Take that time to prepare. Because once we have a short window of respite, once we have a respite for a little bit, once we go on vacation and it's time to come back, things are going to pick back up where they left off. All right? So things will get a little better for a while, but things are going to get worse later on down the road. And I'm not saying this, ladies and gentlemen, to scare anyone. I'm just saying this because it's how I see it. It's what I think, all right? I could be wrong, and I hope I am. Hey, hello, Keith Brooks. How you doing, brother? All right, I could be wrong, and I hope I am, all right? But things may get a little bit better, and it has nothing to do with the inauguration. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do that we have a new administration or anything like that. What it has to do with is that they are going to start pumping money into this system like it's never been done before. We're all going to get our little $1,400 checks, and we're all going to be very happy. And some people are even going to maybe even catch up on some of their bills and be able to actually buy food instead of having to go to food banks and things like that. So things will get a little bit better. And the velocity of money may even pick up a little bit. But eventually, ladies and gentlemen, the velocity of money is going to pick up a great deal. And we will see it in front of our faces that the price of things will go up dramatically. I am going to go ahead and put myself on the spot right here. And I will say that by the end of 2021, the price of those things that we need to live. Now, I'm not talking about the prices of everything. I'm talking about the prices that you and I, the average person, need in order to sustain a somewhat decent standard of living. I'm going to say that prices for those things are going to go up at least 50% in this 1 year alone. All right. So keep prepping. Don't stop prepping. Keep filling in your gaps. If you have everything that you need, if you have all of the preps that you need and you just can't fit another thing inside your house or in the big 5,000-foot warehouse that you may have in the back of your property, then go ahead and try to preserve your wealth in whatever form you want, as long as it's something real that you can hold in your hand. Remember that anything that comes with a paper, all right, anything that comes with paper is nothing but a promissory note. All right, so anything that you can purchase that you think may be a wealth creating or a wealth preserving mechanism that's in paper or on digits in a digital format on a computer, that, ladies and gentlemen, is nothing but a promissory note. All right, so if you have excess wealth and you have all the preps you need, take this time, take this little bit of time that we're going to have off as far as bad things going on in the economy and all that stuff. Take this time to prepare. Take this time to conserve your wealth. Get things that really matter. Get things that add value to your life. instead of wasting it on things that you just don't need. I want to go ahead and I actually have to do a mail call today, okay, ladies and gentlemen? But I came into this live stream today with absolutely nothing planned to talk about, right? Absolutely nothing planned to talk about. I plan on just going back and forth to the chat, answering some questions, having a little bit of fun with all of you, all right? So we're just going to be hanging out today, and I actually have some mail call. I actually have a huge mail call, and I would like to share that with you all. And the first one that I want to share is something that comes in the form of what I was talking about. I received this card in the mail. So hopefully the person that sent me this can see this and see that I received it, right? And it had a very funny thing in the back. When I say to buy things that bring value to your life, right? It has to do with that. And if you all remember here, a while back, I did a price check at Costco's. And I think during the beginning of that video, I said something about that when we get our $600 stimulus payments, that people were going to go out there and buy TVs, right? And let me go ahead and read you real quick part of what this nice person sent me. And they go to write, "You made me laugh so hard when you made the comment about spending stimulus on new TVs. I work in retail and I see many TVs going out the door." All right, ladies and gentlemen. So when I made that comment, I wasn't necessarily kidding, because people are still asleep. There's many people that are still asleep that need to be woken up. So if you know one of them, ladies and gentlemen, I don't ask this very often, but if you know someone that needs to be woken up to what is coming, to what we're going to see down the road, and wants to learn how to prepare, go ahead and share my videos or my channel with one or two people that you care about, that you think may need a little nudging in order to start prepping. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the first one that I wanted to show you. So thank you very much to the person that sent me this. I want to go ahead and cover this really quick. That way I don't forget, okay? Because these are just cards and letters. I got a whole bunch of stuff as far as items that I got sent. And I got something that is very, very cool, and you guys are really going to like. But I got a late Christmas card. So thank you very much to the person that sent me this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm never getting rid of these Christmas cards. I'm going to keep collecting them, okay? So don't think that I'm going to throw these away after Christmas. I'm going to keep them, and hopefully next year, if I have a studio built, I'll be able to line one of my walls with nothing but cards that you have all sent me, all right? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say something, right? I am extra happy today. Why is that? Has nothing to do with the 20th of January. I realized today that if you allow life to bring you down, you are going to live a dark life. If you allow life to dictate to you how you should feel, then you're not going to live a very happy life. As far as I know, I may not be right when I say this, but as far as I know, we have this one life to live. We have been gifted this one life to live. So don't let things get you down. Instead, look at the positives. Look at what's ahead of us. Look at the time in history that we're living in. Very challenging, but we are all Americans, and we have an opportunity towards the future to make this world a better place for our children. And it doesn't matter who's in office. We have the opportunity. We cannot allow whatever circumstances are occurring around us to dictate who we are. So don't let things get you down. Instead, look at the things that bring light into your life, because that's what it's all about. It's about us getting over that hump and making it to the other side. That is why I am a prepper, ladies and gentlemen, because I know that we need to prepare, not only physically, but also mentally. Don't live a life of sorrow, right? Don't live a life of blaming other people for what has come of yours. Instead, live a just life. Give a good day's work for a good day's pay, right? Be happy to have the things that you have, because you haven't walked in the shoes of other people who have absolutely nothing. So be thankful for what you have. I am very thankful for what I have. And I think that our country is going to remain great and be even better in the future. Are we in for some hard times? We are. We really are. But if we take that time, if we take it by the horns, if we take charge of it, if we don't allow someone else to dictate how we feel, how we see ourselves, how we see life around us, we will be better off for it. So I want everyone out there today that's sulking to stop it. Stop sulking. These things happen. We will get over it, and we will get through it. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there for anyone that is still not awake. Only time during this video that I'm going to talk about this. What has happened in the last several months, I would say, is 100% proof that we have a one-party political system. And that's all there's to it. If you really think that your vote counts, well, think again, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not two parties, one against each other. It's we, the American people, that are against each other and are being divided because of this so-called two-party system that allows us the illusion of choice. We have no choice in what happens in Capitol Hill or on Capitol Hill. We really don't. We may think we do, but we don't. I always go back to that saying. I think it was in France. I don't know, back in the old days, whatever years they were, where somebody came up to the queen. A queen's subject came up to the queen and said, "Queen, the people are protesting. They want bread, and there is no bread." And she said, "Well, give them cake," right? And then another quote that I always go back to is the quote that says, "Let them protest all they want as long as they pay their taxes." Ladies and gentlemen, the good news is this, is that we are many and they are few. And I feel and believe that in my lifetime, at least, I will see true freedom and be able to die easy when I do have to die. knowing that my children will be free. But it's our turn to regain that freedom for our children. And it may take years, it may take decades, but we can do it if we stick together. Eventually, the American people will wake up and understand that it's not one side against the other, but that it's all of us together against the one thing that is trying to enslave us and trying to separate us and keep us apart. We are all Americans and we are all in this together. And as soon as we realize that as one nation, the better off we'll be. I'm going to get off my soapbox on that because you know that I can keep going on and on and on. And also, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We're only about 20 members away from the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club to hit 100. So for those of you that don't know what the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club is, first of all, it's not a dating game. It's not a dating club, all right? It's just a club that you go into. It's kind of like Patreon, but you can do it here on YouTube instead of having to go to a different platform to do it, all right? So if you don't know about it and you'd like to check it out, just hit the button that says join right at the bottom of the description of the video, and you can check it out. And if you want to join, by all means, come on in. As soon as we hit 100, I'm going to start giving away silver every month, all right, on that platform. So thank you very much for those of you that are already there. I wanted to show you a couple of things that I always forget to show you. Now, during yesterday's live stream for the Patreons and for the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club members, little Miss Alaska Prepper was like, Dan, aren't you going to show them the cups? And I'm like, you know what? I've been meaning to show you guys these cups for like the last 3 or 4 live streams. But ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and designed some new cups in my, it's called AP's Mercantile. So AP's Mercantile will take you to Teespring, which is a popular site where you can get cups done and stuff like that. And I wanted to show you them because I think they're really cool. And the main reason why I think they're really cool is because the designs on the cups were designs that community members sent me. So I was able to take those designs. I got permission from them to take those designs and put them on a cup. And I really didn't want to go too crazy with like hoodies and stuff like that because that's just way too expensive. So let me go ahead and start. Unfortunately, one of my cups came in broken, right? So this is going to be the cup that I use to hold my pens and pencils, all right? But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, look at this. Isn't that pretty? This is the design that I showed you all that one of our community members made. And on the top there, it says, reach one, teach one, repeat, Alaska Prepper. And then it says, when good people do good things happen. And I even left the thank you in there because I think that's really cool. And then on the other side, there's what it looks like. That's another design that one of our community members made. And it is the map of Alaska. And it says, reach one, teach one, repeat. Now, the only thing that's going to be different is that the YouTube emblem won't be on the ones that you guys buy because I would have to buy that and I wouldn't be able to afford that. But that's one of the cups. This is my reach one, teach one cup. And then I got another cup over here that is called Better Than Money in the Bank, all right? And look at that. It says Better Than Money in the Bank, and it's got a few shelves of groceries in it. And then on the other side, it has the Reach One, Teach One, Repeat emblem. I'm going to call it the Reach One, Teach One, Repeat emblem. So that's the second one. And the last one, ladies and gentlemen, when I show you the last one, it's not because I'm full of myself, because I'm not. The reason I did this is because little Miss Alaska Prepper made this. She actually colored this in on her iPad, and she said, Dad, this would look really good on a cup. And I laughed about it, and then I was like, all right, let's do it. But here's the last one. This one is just... This one just says Alaska Prepper. When good people do good things happen. And then there's a mug of my mug on the other side. Check that out. And this is the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club mug. And as you can see right here, it has little Miss Alaska Prepper's initials. So I just thought that was pretty cool that she did that. When she did that, I was like, wow, how in the world did you do that? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who else is in the house. Oh, wait a minute here. We've got Molly, who just became a member of the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. All right, well, thank you, Molly, and welcome. Let's see. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in such a good mood right now. You guys want me to show you guys my, you want me to show you all my, my mail call? Because I got a whole bunch of stuff to go through to show you. I got a whole bunch of stuff, and it's really cool. Let me show you the very first thing that I got that is really awesome, all right? It's really awesome. Check this out. Someone sent me something from Austria, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that this is going to beat out Grimm, all right? This is going to beat out Grimm. Check this out. Look at this. This is a hat from Austria. It's made out of wool. And it is so awesome. Look at that. The only thing is, and he also sent me something else. Check this out. You see this? It has a safety pin on it right here. And I don't know what this is for. I'm not sure if you put this like on your shirt or something like that. But this is just so cool looking. And look at that. I have a feeling that this goes like somewhere like here. I think that it goes like in here, in this little slot right there. So I think it goes like that. I don't know. I'll have to email the person that sent me this and ask him. But I think that's how this goes right here, like this. And I actually think that I put it on the wrong way. I think it's supposed to go like this. Look at that. This is going to make an awesome hat when I'm out working on my garden. Beautiful hat. Thank you very much to the person that sent me this. I know that you know who you are, and I think you might be here watching. All right, so thank you. But he also sent me something else. He sent me a couple of really cool things. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have to look these up to see exactly what they are. But he sent me a couple of silver coins. And look at that. This is a silver coin from Austria. And let me show you the back. That's what the back looks like. And he also sent me, and I think this is like 9 grams of silver or something like that in here. So thank you. He also sent me another coin That's sterling silver, which is 0.925, so 92.5%. And I believe this is like 16 grams, but this is a 10 euro. I think it says 10 euro. Look at how pretty that is. So I just want to say thank you very much for this. This is beautiful. This truly is beautiful. So thank you so much for this. This is awesome. Very nice. Let's see. Let me make sure I put this back in the box because I definitely don't want to lose anything from it. And in addition to that, he sent me a whole bunch of euros. So thank you. Thank you to who sent me this. Thank you very much. Oh, what do we have here? Well, we have a couple more. We have another Ladies and Gentlemen's Club, Chris Knutson. Thank you very much for joining the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. Welcome. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay. I did receive a thank you card. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you who this thank you card is from. So a while back, I'm thinking about, I don't know, around a month ago or so, maybe a little less than a month ago or so, I mentioned on one of my videos that one of our community members had a house fire and that a lot of her granddaughter's possessions got destroyed along with her medical bed. Well, her medical bed didn't get destroyed. It just got damaged. And she sent me this card saying thank you. And I mentioned that. And I also mentioned that I made a $100 donation on behalf of the AP community. And she wrote me in this card and told me that she, first of all, she was saying thank you very much to all of us, to the entire AP community, because she was able to raise enough money to replace her daughter's bed, her granddaughter's bed, along with some of her possessions. And she was able to get her hospital bed fixed. All right. So thank you to all of you that donated towards that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when a lot of people come together, we can make a difference, even if it's a little bit here and a little bit there. All right. So thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you my last unboxing because this thing is huge. Someone sent me a whole bunch of goodies. And they obviously know me pretty well because they know that I love my coffee. So I got 1 box of coffee, 2, 3 boxes of coffee. And these coffees are really good. I haven't had these specifically, but I've had others that are similar to that, and they're awesome. Well, forget it. There's 4 boxes of coffee. And got me a whole bunch of these goodies. That's 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bags. Oh, another. Look, I haven't even opened this whole box. I'm just going through it right now. Another big bag of coffee. And this is like the instant coffee that you don't have to add anything to. So I'm very excited to try those because the last time that I got some coffee like that from someone, it was delicious. I've never tried this before, but this is some Maggie's hot and spicy sauce. So I have to try this out. Let's see. They sent me a card, but I haven't opened it yet. Like I said, I just opened this box. Let's see. It looks here that they sent me a calendar. I have a feeling that this person maybe owns a small grocery store. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, before I go ahead and start looking at questions here, what I'm going to do for our next Patreon and ladies and gentlemen's live stream is I'm going to have it instead of next Tuesday, I'm going to have it next Friday. All right, next Friday at the same time, 5 p.m. Alaska time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I thought that maybe I'd switch it around maybe once a month or so. That way, anyone that can't make it to the Tuesday can hopefully make it to the Friday one, all right? That way, some people that just can't make it because of their jobs can maybe make the next one, all right? So for those of you that are on Patreon or the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club, and that's talking to you, Joe DeFazio, welcome to the Ladies and Gentlemen's Club. Next Friday, well, not this Friday coming up, but the following Friday is going to be our next Patreon and Ladies and Gentlemen's Club live stream, all right? Joe asks, what do you think will happen to the economy with the new administration? I think that the economy is going to continue to go downhill. I think that the financial sector, however, equities, housing, and when I say equities, I mean stocks. I think that stocks and housing and those types of assets will continue to skyrocket. I think that they will continue to go up. I think that the stock market has got a whole bunch more to go up before anything happens because the amount of money that's going to be injected into equities is going to be a lot more than what's given to the economy. And in my opinion, the final goal is for there to be no economy that is, I guess, owned by the average man. All right. By the time it's all done, ladies and gentlemen, there will be no middle class. There's going to be a class of haves and have-nots. It's why I'm so big on wealth preservation, because once we get to the other side of what's going to happen, whatever that may be, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the class of the have-nots or the haves? Because it's going to happen anyways. It's going to happen anyways. There's not much that we can do about these things when we are as divided as we are within our nation. When we are this divided, the people at the top pretty much have all the control. Now, there will one day come. There will come one day when the people will have had enough. It's all cyclical, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. It's all cyclical. The last time that something like this happened where the people have had enough was a couple of hundred years ago, right? 1774, I think it was, when the people said, no more. And then you know what happened after that. Well, that's where we're headed, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not going to happen tomorrow or this year, but it will happen in the future. And I do believe that it will happen in my lifetime because when people have absolutely nothing to lose, guess what? They lose it. And we're going to find ourselves in that predicament one day. And eventually the cycle will repeat itself. And that's just how I feel about it. In a way, I don't hope that I'm wrong, I could sit here and say, I hope I'm wrong, because I don't want to see, violence. I don't want to see that stuff. However, if you study history, that's one of the only ways that you can get out of the rut that you're in as far as a government having full control over you. So eventually it'll happen. But you know what? Humanity will go on. Humanity will continue. It's just another cycle that occurs every 250 years or so. Just like the grand solar minimum is a cycle, this is a cycle as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just like the business cycle has a micro cycle and a macro cycle, the micro cycle being about every 8 to 10 years and the macro cycle being every 80 to 100 years, there is a war cycle as well. And eventually we will fall within that war cycle. It'll happen just like it's happened every other cycle. So I think I said the word cycle one too many times. But I think that, to answer your question real quick, again, I think that the economy will be great for those that have and will be terrible for those that don't. Those people in the last year, I just put out a video this morning, I think. Yeah, this morning or this afternoon. In the last year, billionaires throughout the world have gotten even richer. The billionaires of the world in the last year, if I remember right, have gained about $1.9 trillion in wealth, while everyone else has been reduced in their wealth. So yeah, the economy is going to be great for those people that already have money, that can put their money in the stock market and see it grow, be it artificially, but it'll still grow, right? And you and I will be stuck paying the bill, because in order for that stock market to grow, it has to be stimulated. And how is it stimulated? By the government / Federal Reserve printing money out of thin air, stealing the value from our dollars, and then being able to put it into the equities market. So yeah, so the people that have will do well. Yes, let's see, Idalia, yeah, it's going to be a hard road. But ladies and gentlemen, you know what? The thing is, we have to remember to stick together. I saw something pretty sad the other day, all right? Pretty sad, because listen, I'm sure that everyone that's here right now, right? I'm positive of it. I'm sure that there are some people here right now that disagree with a lot of the things that I have to say, but they're willing to listen. Why? Because when you listen to someone that you mainly disagree with, there may be a little bit that this person speaks of that you can learn from. So I like to read books of people that I disagree with. I like to listen to people that I disagree with, because you can learn from everyone. And I was reading some of the comments on a video that, not a video that I posted, but a video that someone else posted. I remember reading some comments, and the video was this person talking about how this new administration is going to be bad for America, right? That's what he was talking about. And someone in the comments said, oh, you support the previous administration? I didn't know that. I'm going to have to start watching you. And I'm like, so you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, I'm assuming. And just because you just found out that they support someone or something other than what you support, you're going to stop learning from them, or you're going to stop watching them. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's the divide that there is from the United States, is that if one person doesn't agree with the other person, they have to dislike each other. That's not how it works. Not agreeing with someone is a good thing. It's how innovation becomes. It's how we become innovative. When we all agree with what we all have to say with each other, when we all agree with each other 100%, innovation stops. Tamara Reader says it's all about what we can learn from each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's Modern Refugee. How you doing, Modern Refugee? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining in. And there's Prepper Nerd. Prepper Nerd is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, go check out Prepper Nerd's channel. He has an app that he's working on that keeps track of all of your preps. I am a very bad person when it comes to procrastinating on things that I should get done. But Prepper Nerd has offered me, the use of this app that he created for the last month and a half now or so, or longer, and I still haven't gotten to it, but I will eventually get to it. Oh, look at this. I didn't even know this. Lori A says, AP, we need to celebrate. You're only one video away from 1,000 videos. Wow. So I'm one video away from my 1,000th video. That is something. Thanks for telling me that, because I would have never known. I don't check that stuff very often. Isn't that something? Well, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very nice journey. Been some mistakes along the way. Had to get rid of probably a couple of hundred trolls along the way as well. But it's been well worth it. I do appreciate you guys being here with me today. I truly do. It's one of the, all right. Let me see. Autoimmune Prepper. Thank you very much for the sticker. I appreciate it. And Annabelle says, can you recommend a reputable gold and silver vendor? Well, Annabelle, like I stated before, I believe that going to a local coin shop and finding a local coin shop in your area that you can trust, that's how I would do it if it were me. However, if you can't find a local coin shop in your area and you want to shop for your precious metals online, I am affiliated with SD Bullion. And the reason I'm affiliated with them is because they're a really good company. I've never really heard of anyone getting stiffed by them. And from what I understand from talking to one of their reps when I first became affiliated with them, is that they're debt-free. And if you're doing business with a bullion company that sells precious metals, them being debt-free is a very big deal, right? Them being debt-free is a very big deal. So that's why I'm affiliated with them. However, you can find other companies like JM Bullion. I believe Provident Metals is another one. And I'm not sure of any other ones besides Provident Metal, JM Bullion, and then SD Bullion. So if you want to check out SD Bullion, check out the link below. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, another thing that I wanted to cover is I think that our next charity, of course, is going to be to the food bank, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's needed right now. What's needed most, in my opinion, as far as charity goes, is food bank. And someone asked me a while back if we can do a charity to like a pound, like a dog pound. and bring them food and stuff like that. I found out that at the food bank, they actually collect pet food, and they bring people who have pets pet food. So they do that as well. So that's pretty awesome. But what I was going to say is right now, I think we're close to $600 or so on our Buy Me a Coffee account or Buy a Coffee for Charity account. And I think that the next charity we do probably won't be for about 3 or 4 months. So sometime right before the summer, probably, we'll go ahead and do a big charity. My wish and my hopes is that this time around, we need to rent a U-Haul truck. That would be awesome. But I just want to let you know that. That way, when you guys get your $1,400 stimulus check, if you have a $3 bill in your pocket that is burning out of control and you want to send $3 to our charity account, by all means, feel free to do so. Tony Mitchell made it to the live chat. And let's see, Jeff Gutierrez. How you doing, my brother? Thank you. Should we keep our solar power generators in a Faraday cage to protect them during an EMP? It wouldn't hurt, Jeff. It wouldn't hurt at all. All right. Eventually, I plan on doing something with a Faraday cage, but it wouldn't hurt to do that. I think that's a good idea. Someone asked me, do I think that my solar generator will be affected by an EMP or a coronal mass ejection? And the simple answer is I don't know. I have no idea. All right. But it won't hurt if you have something protecting it against those things, as well. So if you want to spend the extra $20 to get a bag for your solar generator, I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's probably a good idea. Jeff, thank you, Jeff. The wife just ordered her ladies and gentlemen's mug, and I was like, where's mine? So if you see separate orders for the same address, that's awesome, man. So you ordered the ladies and gentlemen's. Let me see which one. You ordered this one. Hey, little brother, what do you think about that mug? And this is what the back looks like. That's awesome. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what. Before you order this, make sure you have your preps, please. All right. Anyone that orders anything from the AP Mercantile or anything like that, make sure you have your preps. All right. Because in all honesty, this cup right here, is a 50-pound bag of rice. All right. This is a 50-pound bag of rice. You're going to spend about $21 or something like that on this. So if you don't have your 50-pound bags of rice, don't be buying that mug. But I do appreciate your support if you do purchase one. I just want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, goodness gracious, a lot of you are still here. Thank you very much for pushing through this hour and 41 minutes. I'm not sure if this is the longest live stream that I've ever done, but it sure feels like it's close to it. I think it might be. I think the longest one I've done before now was like an hour and 39 minutes. But you know what they say, ladies and gentlemen, when you're in good company, time does fly. So thank you. Let's see. Deborah says, thank you, AP. I'm waiting for my Blue Eddy to come in the mail. Awesome. And Deborah, you're going to love how simple that Blue Eddy is to use. It's probably one of the simplest solar generators in the market. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again very much for joining in today. Truly did enjoy myself. Thank you. I really needed this, so thank you. I hope you all had a good time as well. All right, hey, little brother, thank you for joining in. Have a good night, man. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Remember to be good to each other, ladies and gentlemen. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and it will be a better place. Many blessings to every one of you and your families. I'm the Alaska Prepper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you all on Sunday. All right, so God bless you all.